Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm here with a really fun video chatting about all of these summer romances that are on my TBR. This is including new releases and just books that I really want to read over the summer. To give a little context, I am pre-filming a bunch because I will be gone most of the summer on trips and lots of different things. So my plan is kind of to do a summer TBR at the beginning of the summer, which is this video, and then I'm going to do a summer wrap up of June, July, and August probably. So it's a little wonky and I will have to kind of change my schedule of posting. Like it may go down to one post a week, but I'm really trying to get content ahead of time. I'm just going to be traveling a lot over the summer and like where I basically won't be in my apartment at all. So I just wanted to film in advance so that I can give you guys the best content and all of the rec videos and all the things I want to do over the summer that I just want to be able to pre-film. So let's get right into this video. Now the new releases bit of this one, I'm kind of gonna like jump all over the place with new releases of like when they are releasing, because I did not write that down in order. But the first book I want to talk about is Rose in Chains, and that one is coming out in July. It will be coming out July 8th. This is the fanfic this is the fanfic that Julie Soda wrote, and it is going to be trad published, and it is the auction, if you know about that Dramoni fanfic, and she rewrote it and is turning it into a fantasy romance. And also, side note, I do have my air conditioning on. It is so hot here. It's literally almost 90 degrees, so I apologize if you can hear that in the background. But this one, I am just so excited to read. I did start the auction at the beginning of this year before it became unavailable. Didn't love it that much. It just didn't feel like a Dramoni fanfic, but I feel like I've talked about this before on my channel that I feel like this one, I can kind of disassociate like the characters of like Dramoni and just really try to immerse myself in this new world. So this one, it all revolves around, I think she is being auctioned off to like a fae king in this world, and the hero is the person that basically places the auction and all of that good stuff. So very exciting. I am really excited for this. The cover is stunning and I am just so excited to read this because she's been teasing us with this book for like a year plus now, so cannot wait. Then I have Chasing Shelter by Catherine Cowles. This is her next release in the Sparrow Falls series, and I'm so excited because this one is following Trace and Ellie, which if you don't know, I go by the nickname Elle with like kind of my bookish account, but my first name is Ellie, so I just think that is just so cute. And I have only read like one other book with the name Ellie in it, so I'm just so excited. It's just like, I love that. So I am super excited to read this, and this is going to be a romantic suspense set in this small town, and I think Trace is one of the brothers in this family, and he is a single dad, and I think he's also a sheriff, and Ellie is the sister of the hero from the previous book. So literally so excited for this one. Cannot wait to read it. Like so ecstatic, and the cover is stunning. Like all of the art that she's doing for it on her Instagram and graphics are just so cute. And I love his daughter. We've gotten teased with his daughter in the past books, and she is so cute. So I'm just so excited for this one. Then I have Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen. This one is coming out in June. Now I do not know exactly what this one is about. I think it's a part of, though it is a part of her Curvy Summer series, Curvy Girl Summer. That's what I read recently, and it was amazing, like a top read of the year. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, so Plus Size Player. I don't really know what this one is about. I only spend time with people I enjoy. I only do things I want to do. I only have sex with people who get me off, so my time is never wasted and my energy stays high. Nina 4 doesn't like to put all her eggs in one basket. Oh, okay, so this is one of her best friends, Nina, she was hilarious in the book. She loves confidence and humor, and she has a man for that. She loves intelligence and ambition, and she has a man for that. She loves passion and romance, and she has a man for that. She's always been content rotating a few men in and out of her life to get her needs met. But when an opportunity presents itself, Nina finds herself in a bit of a predicament. Because if everything she's ever wanted in a partner collides with everything she's ever wanted in a career, her eggs are bound to get cracked, like her back. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I'm really, really excited. I loved Curvy Girl Summer. I love the plus size positivity. And I'm just really excited to read this one. And I loved Curvy Girl Summer. Like, that book was so good because we really see kind of like the trial and error of what it is like to date as a plus size woman and a curvy woman. And I just loved seeing that representation in that romance, and it was just so, so good. So excited for this one. I think it is releasing like mid-June, and I'll definitely pick it up on audio. Then there is a new book series coming from Abby Millsap. She wrote the Boys of South Chapel series, which is a really great Why Choose Romance series, and this one is Almost Ravaged by her, and it's the start of a new series. She posted just today on her Instagram, so let me pull up that post. But I think it's like fall vibes. It's coming out in August 13th, I think. And it looks so cute. Okay. So it says Sawyer, Titus, Mercer, and Noah. Oh my God, those are some interesting names. You don't know them yet, but I hope you'll fall in love with them. For the last 1.5 years, I've been referring to the series as Apples, and I'm thrilled to finally share with you the official title for the series. What I can tell you about the new cohort: Sawyer and Titus grew up together. He's her twin brother's best friend. Sawyer is the new graduate assistant for Professor Eden, aka Mercer. Noah's unexpectedly had to take over operations of his family's failing apple orchard. Mercer and Noah have been friends since childhood. Titus and Atticus, who are his brother, play hockey for their school. This is so good. So excited. Literally so excited. I really enjoyed the Boys of South Chapel series by her, or I think South Chapel, yeah. So I am ecstatic for a new Why Choose Romance series by her to come out, and it sounds so cute and atmospheric, especially for fall. Then I have some updates from Gianna Darling. The next book in her trilogy, the Impossible Universe trilogy, is coming out. It is The Sun and Her Burn, is coming out in June. And this trilogy is a polyamorous romance where the first book we follow the hero in the beginning who is an aspiring actor, and he kind of starts chauffeuring the heroine, and they kind of have a moment in the car, and she's actually married. And once her husband finds out that she kind of had this little rendezvous, he's like, why don't we just all join a polyamorous relationship? And he comes and stays at our house in England. So that's kind of where the story goes from there. It's an affair romance. It is forbidden because the hero is an actor, and the heroine, like the other hero, her husband is a famous actor, and nobody knows that he's bisexual. So such a good series. The first book definitely left off on a cliffhanger. So I'm really excited to see the character development in the second book, and the third book is going to come out in July. So super, super exciting news, and so excited to read this one. Then I have the next installment in the Crescent Kingdom series by Tessa Hale. This is going to be Eclipsed Empire, and this is her continuation of her Why Choose Romance werewolf series. It's so good. I recently read the first book in April, I think, and it was fantastic. I really, really loved it. I love like the high stakes aspects of these Why Choose romances. They're just so much fun. This one we follow our heroine, who she is a werewolf. She's coming to this small town. I don't think she's like studying there or anything. I think she just is moving there, and she starts training at this gym where the heroes all train, and they figure out that she is a wolf, which she is trying to keep a secret because like these clans will be after her and all this like drama and stuff. So it is so, so good. I'm really enjoying this one. I've been listening to it on audio because the audiobooks are amazing, and each of the relationships with the guys are so good. Like we have the guy that she first meets in the gym, and then we have a fated, like reject the fated mate bond romance, and they're all just so good and so unique. And I just love in this one especially that the heroine knows like what type of creature she is, because in the previous series she recently wrote she didn't know that she was like a werewolf. So just super intriguing, and really, really excited to continue on with the series. I think those are all of the new releases that are on my radar for the summer. Now, Normally every month I like to do a little TikTok or reel showing like all the romances for that month, but I just tried to do some research on my own, and these are the ones that I found that were interesting to me. Now, of course, there will probably be other books that pop up or that I forgot to add to this list that I will want to read over the summer, and I'll definitely post about that on my Instagram, so you should follow me there if you ever want to know what I'm currently reading. I post reading updates and all of that good stuff. So now moving on to the other part of this list of books that are on my radar that I just really want to get to over the summer. The first one is Be With Me by Gabrielle Sands. This is a new mafia romance by her. It just released today, which I'm filming this in May, and I'm really excited to read this one. I think it is like rival like mafia romance, marriage of convenience, and a bunch of people on Instagram have been reading it, got arcs for the book, and have just been loving it. So I pre-ordered a copy of this one, and I really want to get to it. And the thing that I've been doing a lot lately is just reading on my Kindle like all the time, and I'll get like the physical book to have like as a trophy and to add to my book collection. But this is such a fun cover, and I really am in the mood for a good mafia romance. Now, over the summer, this is a trend that happens to me every summer. I love reading fantasy romances over the summer. It's like one of my favorite things to do, because I feel like if you're on the beach or, you know, just hanging outside, you just want to read something addictive and like very summery in the sense of like it's a whole nother world. So I put a couple of different fantasy books that are on my radar. The first one is by Stasia Stark. This is a world, I think it's a Curse So Cruel and Lonely. I think that's what it's called. But this is a fae dark fantasy romance, and I've heard really good things. So I really want to read this one, and she just released the second book in the series. So I am super, super excited to read this. The next one on my radar is the next book in the Legacy series by Melissa K. Rorick. I have been binge reading this series on my Kindle. It's amazing. It is an urban fantasy fae romance series where the heroine is mated to or bonded to the hero, but not of her own free will. And a lot of stuff happens, them trying to figure out her ancestry, and then things happening in this urban fantasy world. It is fantastic, loving it so, so much, and just like so excited to continue on with this series. And she's going to be releasing the fourth book in late August or September. So excited, cannot wait. And I've just been trying to savor this series, and I just have one more book until the next book releases, so I really want to get to the third book. Then I have a very summery romance that I have put off since last summer, which is For Better or Worse by Ava Hunter. This is a really fun synopsis, and I just have been saving it for a very summery day. Like, I just feel like it's perfect for summer. And this one, we follow our heroine, who is a death doula, and she is basically tasked with helping people kind of figure out like what they are going to do when they die, like what are their preparations, like how to support the family and all of this different stuff. And so she used to be, I think, like a wedding stopper. Like, she would basically disrupt weddings to make them not happen, and that's what she did to the hero's wedding. So he absolutely hates her guts, and she finds out that going on this trip with one of her clients is a death doula who is actually the grandfather of the hero, and the hero is on the trip, and he is pissed, does not want to be near her, thinks that she's a joke and all of this stuff. So it's just like so interesting, and I really, really want to read it in the summer. Now, the last book on my TBR, and this is definitely not the last book that I will read in like over the summer. I feel like as people read things and talk about things, I'll want to pick stuff up, but that is Black Hills by Nora Roberts. I really want to get to this one. This is a really interesting romantic suspense romance where I think the heroine, she owns like a wildlife reserve where she rehabilitates animals in like the mountains, and there's like a suspense element where I think when she was younger, she witnessed like a murder, and then she meets the hero and has a romance. But I've just heard really good things about this one, and I really, really want to get to it and read some more Nora Roberts. All right, well, that is the end of this video. I feel like I chatted about a lot of different releases that I'm so excited to read. I just feel like the summer is just the perfect time to binge read series and get to things that I've been pushing off. And I'm just so excited to get to all of these romances, and I'll definitely be using my Kindle a lot for these. I feel like the majority of my reading lately has been on my Kindle, but I want to thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, leave me a emoji. I think like the starfish emoji would be really cute for this video for summer, but I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.